Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and happy Friday. Today we're taking a look at the new Phoibos automatic 1000 meter diving watch. This time it's a little different than their previous version of this model. The previous version had a Swiss quartz movement, didn't have this bracelet on it. And let's get into it, guys. Alright, before getting completely started, guys, I just want to do a quick wristwatch check here. I am wearing my Seiko SRP007, the Seiko Turtle. With the black variation on the stock Seiko rubber strap. Great little watch here, but let's get into the review, guys. So here is the new Phoibos watch, and I'm quite surprised. They have improved some things on this watch, including adding a bracelet. Also, they did add a logo, which is pretty cool. You can see below the 12 o'clock triangle. And a couple other changes to the caseback as well. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good all around. Now this model, the exact number of this model is the PY005C. It comes in a few different color dials and bezels. I believe they have a green one, a blue one, this black one. I like black the best in terms of, diving watches. I really like a black watch, the black bezel and the black dial. Now some basic specs on this model. We are looking at a 43 millimeter diameter case. So it's not really that big. 43 is doable. Now in terms of thickness, we are looking at 14.5 millimeters, which is really not that bad for a diver that can go 1,000 meters. Now it does come on this bracelet, which we will get a little more into. The bracelet is quite impressive for the price point, I must say. Now in terms of the movement inside of this watch, we are looking at the Seiko NH35 movement, which some of you guys might be familiar with. It's a pretty common movement used in a lot of brands, a lot of different brands, a lot of brands that I've reviewed actually. Now this movement, if you didn't know, it's a 3 Hertz movement. It's an automatic movement. The rotor on the NH35 is bidirectional. That means it winds either way. Now in terms of power reserve, you do get a 41-hour power reserve, which is pretty good. It's pretty solid, the power reserves on the NH35 movements. Now we do get hacking, we do get hand winding, which is always great. You want to set that time precisely. And yeah, all around, it's a very common movement. It's not like crazy, like in terms of technical specification, but it's a robust, tough movement that's going to get the job done. And especially for a diving watch, you want something that's really reliable. Now we do have this beautiful black dial, which kind of gives off a little bit of a sunburst effect there when the light hits it. It's quite nice. Now their logo, I want to show you guys. They changed the logo and they added this to the dial, which is pretty cool. It's like the octopus with the crown with the 3 stars underneath it. I think it looks pretty good. It's the perfect size. And I think they did a pretty good job on that. Now also the hands. We have a nice candle wick hand here in orange outlined. C3 Super Luminova, a lot of it on this watch. All of the markers are loomed up, as well as the hands, and the little triangle on the seconds hand, which you see sweeping around the dial right now. We do get a date aperture over at 3 o'clock. We do get a helium escape valve as well over at 10, as you can see, which helps with that 1,000 meters of water resistance. It's always, or you should, I should say you should have a helium escape valve. But definitely useful if you're really taking this thing really deep. Now we do get a screw down crown, which is not signed. It's brushed in a spiral brush finish, as you can see. Nice crown guards here. Really covers the crown. Really protects the crown. Not going to be able to do any damage to the crown from this way or this way, which is pretty much what you want to watch out for. Those direct smashes like this, it's not really going to do anything to the movement. And some other stuff about this watch. Of course, we get this beautiful bezel here, which is kind of cool because you do get a lot of grip on it. As you can see, we have the 3 little notches here, and then it goes smooth, but it's engraved in, or it's hollowed out, I should say, over here. So your fingers kind of slip in here, and you get a real solid grip. The bezel action, I must say, is pretty good. It's pretty good. There's really not that much play there. A little wiggle, but nothing really major. It's definitely very accurate. And it does line up perfectly to the 12 o'clock position, which is pretty nice. In terms of finishing on this watch, we do have a matte finishing on the sides, which I think looks pretty good. Check the other side. You have that nice matte finish. Now we do get a brushed finish on the top portion of these lugs here. 22 millimeters in between the lugs. Also, we do get this nice solid stainless steel bracelet, which is very fluid. They're all solid links. We are using the pin system, but it's a very fluid bracelet. It's very comfortable on the wrist, and I think it was nice for them to add this on, especially at this price point. May I remind you, I believe this watch, I think they're selling it for $299, which is a pretty good deal, you know, for a smaller brand to be able to sell something like this at $299. When you compare it to some other micro brands that are less superior in terms of what you're getting for the money, charging like $400 or $500 even, I think Phoibos, you know, puts out a great watch for the money. And that's one reason why I continue to show you guys these watches. I think they're really good quality for the money, and I think they're worth it. Now, in terms of functioning the watch, we have the screw-down crown over here. Nice little grip on here, as you can see. First position, self-winding. Second position, you're going to pull out one, is going to be your date change. As you can see, we have a nice quick set date, very legible. Final position is going to be your hacking position. As you see, the seconds hand has come to a stop now, and we can precisely set the time. The time set is pretty nice, I must say. Go ahead and screw that back in. All right. Now the bracelet, they have added some stuff to the bracelet and the case back. As you can see, it does say Phoibos inscribed here, which is pretty nice. Pretty standard. We do get a flip open here, then two buttons, release. Nice milled clasp on the inside over here, which is always a nice touch, especially at this price point, guys. I mean, most brands at this price point, they'll give you the typical stamped clasp, but they definitely, you know, went a little beyond and gave you a nice milled clasp. Also, 3 micro adjustments here. Also, we do get a diver's extension, as you can see. If you want to throw it over a wetsuit, need some extra room there. Very simple, snaps in, snaps out. Very useful. Now, in terms of the actual case back on this watch, as you can see, we do get that nice new logo. It's a screw-down case back. It's brushed, matted in the middle, and we do get that nice logo, as you can see, with the octopus, or with the 3 stars. You do get some information. Ocean Master Automatic. This is the Ocean Master line, of course, from Phoibos. Solid end links on the bracelet, which is nice. You know, the bracelet's just really solid. It's you know, it has some weight to it, some heft to it. I think it looks the part. Even matches the logo in a way in terms of design. I think everything just really flows together here in a nice way. I do like that. Now the lume on this watch is pretty good, guys. You might be surprised because I think it's just as good as Seiko's lume. That's just me. You're going to have to be the judge of that. I'm going to get you guys a nice lume shot right now, and I'll be right back. Here is the lume I was telling you guys about. It's really bright. I mean, it's just really bright. It looks really good. Everything is filled in very neatly. There are no problems whatsoever with this lume. I want to know what you guys think of this lume versus Seiko's lume in the comment section below. Let's get a little war going on. All right, guys. Now here's the watch on my 6.25 inch wrist. As you can see, for a 43mm case, it fits just a little over end to end, or just end to end. And one reason I didn't size the bracelet, I want to show you guys, I have a 6.25 inch wrist. There's a lot of room. Definitely can fit up to an 8-inch wrist here. And yeah, so I know I get a lot of questions in the comment section below. Will this fit my wrist? My wrist is 7.5 inches. My wrist is 8 inches. I know a lot of my viewers have larger wrists, and my wrist is smaller than a lot of my viewers, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, you know, it looks really nice on the wrist. You know, it definitely looks like a real diving watch. It is a real diving watch. It's $300. I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong for something like this. I think $300 is a real bargain. You have great lume. I do like the bezel action. It's very nice. Yeah, nothing really wrong with this watch. They really, you know, think out their watches and they take time to release them. I believe they're releasing like tons of other watches. You can check out their website. I'll leave that in the description below if you want to check it out. But they're definitely releasing a lot of interesting watches, and definitely look out for this brand, guys. They're a pretty solid brand. You also do get a nice 2-year warranty with this watch as well, which is always good in case something happens. And that's pretty much going to be it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can check out some of my other reviews on the Phoibos brand. I have reviewed a couple of their other models, which are pretty nice as well. And yeah, I'll leave those links all down in the description below. Always let me know what you think in the comment section below. As usual, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon so you never miss another Watch Addict upload. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my blog, watchaddictchannel.com. And as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.